each one of you, why was the defense so good tonight?
We made it a point of emphasis this morning, just to team defense, and I feel like everybody did their part tonight. We didn't leave anybody on the island. We was in great support, and we helped each other, and we gained rebounds. So it was a great effort defensively for us.
Yeah, like Vando said, we all did our part. We were really scrappy. And took care of business.
Jared, if not for the foul trouble, you were kind of on your way to triple-double territory. So what was working for you well tonight? Everyone always talks about your motor, but I guess what else do you feel like was working well for you on the court?
I just felt like I made the right play tonight. We've been talking about it the last couple of days, how their defense is going to, how they play defense. So I know the pocket was going to be open. So I made the shots that were available for me, and I found my teammates, when they were open as well. So, just, reading the game.
Walker, what are you learning kind of as you start going against more of like these NBA-sized centers, Jonas, Jokic, these bigger guys that you have to deal with? What are you learning through that?
I think that obviously my gift is my length and my timing, but a lot of those bigs are very physical and they have really good timing, really good footwork. And so I'm learning how to, because they don't really rely on their jumping ability or anything like that. They use their body in between the rim. And so I think that for me, I have to understand that where they catch it matters a lot. So pushing out the catch, not letting them get anything easy, understanding that what they want to do is try to get me up in the air off balance so they can get, closer to the rim. And so because of that, just learning when to push, when to give, and when to, go vertical and attack the ball.
How do you guys build on, now that you have, a sample size of, what it looks like when you do everything right defensively in every facet in terms of transition?
I don't know about everything right. There was one play, I don't know if y'all saw, but that wasn't great.
But when you have a sample size of what Will said, like what it's supposed to look like, and you have that on film, how do you feel on that?
I think that, going back and watching the field and understanding that every game is not going to be perfect, but understanding there's some things that work. I'm someone who, I'm a pretty high IQ guy. I understand that the game is a very intellectual game. And so when, for example, Zion, I open up way too much, blows by me, puts me on a poster, baptizes me on Tuesday. But then another isolation, in my head, I'm not thinking like, oh, he dunked on me last play. I'm thinking like, okay, I opened up too much. So I'm not going to open up as much. I'm going to bait him into doing something that he doesn't want to do, which is trying to shoot a layup, because obviously he wants to get to the rim and, contest it at the rim. So because of that, I think a lot of it's film, a lot of it's in-game, and a lot of it's just experience.
You've been dunked on a few times?
Oh,
already?
Yeah. It's part of the occupation, for sure.
Did it happen a lot in college? And if not, how have you evolved to dealing with it in the game?
It doesn't really faze me very much. I understand that because of who I am, I jump at pretty much if anyone goes for the rim, I jump. I think that you have to have a short memory in this league, not just on the offensive end, on the defensive end as well. And because of that, it doesn't bother me. I'm still going to jump. If a guy dunks me 4 times, I'm not just going to let him, because that dunk is a lot harder than me just moving out of the way. And I don't really care about, if anything, publicity. Any publicity is good publicity, I guess. So, it doesn't really faze me.
Jared, what have you seen out of Keel as he's kind of had to step into the lineup with Mike and Colin out?
He's really stepped up. He's been super solid for us on both ends of the floor. His energy is contagious, and he's been making the right play. I always talk to him, just stay ready. One thing about this league, you always going to get your opportunity. So I feel like he stepped up to the plate, and he's in the gym. He's one of the first in there. He's his preparation has been, leading up to this moment. So I'm not surprised by how he's playing, but, he's been playing well.
What did you guys do in particular? You said you game rebounded, but how did you do so well on the boards tonight, especially when that's been a little bit of your Achilles heel?
Just being aggressive, and I think especially with big guys like, Valanciunas and, even Zion, they need multiple bodies. So just all 5 getting in the fight and putting the body on somebody and, just having that mentality, just to go in there and hit somebody and just grab rebounds. And I feel like we did a great job of that collectively tonight.
What do you guys expect when you're playing these sort of little mini series against the same team? What do you expect from them on the second game of those?
I mean, I expect them to come out, especially having them lost the first end of it, just, coming out more aggressive. It's also like a, mini playoff series. Like you get to play a team, you get to go back, adjust, and get to see them again. So I expect them to come out, more physical, with a more aggressive approach, and, try to set that tone to even up the series.
You guys were sending multiple bodies to Zion a lot of the time. How did you do that and still defend the three-point shot as well as you did?
Want me to take this one?
Go ahead, you got it.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
I think that our game plan, obviously Zion's, as far as their leading scorer and most dangerous weapon, so understanding that, okay, if we can get him to kick the ball out, we can contest the three. And I think that we were more worried about Zion killing us in the paint than we were worried about them, shooting well in the three. So because of that, and, every shot we contested pretty much, and, like someone running at you, it's not an open shot. So yeah. Were you going to answer it differently, or what were you going to?
No, you said it right, boy.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Good.
All right.
Thank you.